for today. NASDAQ is going to continue to push. So even though, and I'll explain why it is with the correlation that positive GDP, which is supposed to be a good thing for the economy, is not necessarily a good thing for NASDAQ. But for now, in the short term, NASDAQ bullish because of the positive GDP release for Q4. So we talked about this earlier this week, which is the GDP number is typically released in three different parts. There's the advanced, the preliminary, and the final GDP number. And they're all just sort of the first two are early estimates based on economist projections. And then the last one is the official headline number for the previous quarter. So if you guys know, quarters every 4 months of the year, or sorry, every 3 months of the year is a financial quarter. And the fourth quarter of Q4, which is last year, it'll be October, November, December, came out at 3.3%, which is way better than expected. So, come on, man. Hold on. I'm hearing some feedback noise. Let me make sure it's not from my side. I thought we fixed this. And my computer's been having some, like, today is going to be a very short stream because I really don't have the patience to, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? Not bad, guy. I got like 3 hours of sleep. Fucking my computer keeps bugging out. I think it's full capacity. So I'm gonna have to clear it out or back some things up or whatever. Or honestly, just go get a new laptop with more space. But every time I try to open a tab, it has that wheel that just keeps loading. It's been doing that for about 30 minutes. So just want to give everybody a heads up. I'm not gonna spend too much time here today. Also, not planning on taking a trade. I know I was supposed to start the SFT challenge. I'm sitting pretty good with what I'm doing currently, so no reason for me to rush the trades. But I will give you guys trade ideas, and I'll still cover the advanced GDP report and what that means for the economy. He said so much news out today. Yeah, yeah. Bro, I'm half asleep. I'm really about to just get off the stream here in a sec. Let me just read some of these comments. Yeah, I appreciate you guys' patience. 100K, you're 100% right. Anybody that knows these streams know that I try my best to be punctual, but my number one priority is that I do not get on here. And this is, I mean, I guess I kind of fell into this trap today, which is I try not to get on the streams if I'm not in the right mind state. You can't trade if you're off your game. And this is something that I think all traders can learn from, which is it's not about trying to become Mahatma Gandhi and just trying to be perfect every day. It's recognizing and accepting that you're not always going to be on your game. And sometimes the ego plays in. Like my ego plays in. It's like, bro, what do you mean you're not on your game, bro? Go get in the game and let's go. We don't have time for this shit. That's what my brain will tell me, but that's not productive. Instead, if I tell myself like today, probably not the best shot at, really having that long-term focus and the energy required to be focused, I'll just walk away. It is what it is. All right, I want to give a massive shout out to everybody on the stream, everybody in the Chart Addicts VIP that's been crushing it in the past 2 weeks. Whether you passed the challenge or didn't yet, I see a lot of you guys making progress towards your goals, and it's just been very gratifying for me. I don't even think I would have been able to put up this. Not was able. I don't think I would have opened up this stream today if it wasn't for just seeing all of you guys take this skill seriously and taking this, like really being able to pull results out of this because you're committing yourself. So I just want to say I'm proud of you. Bianca, congratulations. I saw that you just recently passed. Two-Step, Bobby, Chris, David, Desi, everybody, Frank, French, Gabe, James, Janae, Jeffner, and Jamil. Congratulations to you guys. Josh, you too. Josh Weathers, Katiana. Katiana, I think you're new. Welcome. Ken, Lessman, Mike. Well, Lessman, congratulations. And Lessman, we got to talk. Mike, I want to do a one-on-one student spotlight podcast with you here pretty soon. Mo, I hope that you took notes, my friend. If I hear another one of those excuses today about missing a trade, closing early, not closing enough, if any of that comes out today, It's a problem. So let's make sure that we stay on it. Mo Santisi, good to see you always, my bro. The man, the myth, the legend. We got Noah in here. Roman. Oh, I see Roman, Sam. You guys been absolutely crushing it. I love to see the consistency with you guys. Massive, massive play here in 2024. Shan, Steven, and Walter. These are core guys at this point with NAS100. I see you guys being consistent. Let's make it happen. Lesman said, you want to talk with me or Mike? Well, Lesman, you too. I saw that you just crushed trading the past 2, 3 weeks. You've been using this strategy to the best of your advantage. So I'd like to talk to both of you guys for real, just to figure out what you were able to take away from the masterclass and how we can best help the next gen learn this information better. Because clearly you guys learned it in a way that you're able to, take advantage. And I want to be able to recreate that success for everybody that goes through the masterclass. And that goes for everybody watching this. If you took the masterclass and you felt like you took something away, or you felt like, you have been successful with the strategy, I'm personally interested in learning, number one, the learning style. How were you able to learn this thing? And then what were you focused on that allowed you the advantage over other traders? All right, we had a pretty messy day. Now, personally, I was bearish on NASDAQ last night. We started to have a break back below this resistance level, and I thought the market was going to retrace down to 17,350. What ended up happening is the market came down to about 450, hit a new floor, and then we had a recovery. So we had this consolidation range right here, and then we had the pre-market candle break out of the range and engulf all of those candles. So my two options are, if the market comes back to retest these lows, okay, then you can take a buy position here to the 17,800 target. If the market breaks below this low, then I'll be looking at the 17,350 as the entry zone. The market is overdue for a correction. We have been we've been bullish for 2 weeks straight without a correction. And so don't be surprised if the market starts retracing. Don't think that it's a reversal, but instead understand markets don't move in a straight line. And after many, many days of bullish action, it's not unreasonable to expect a bearish pullback. So this is my idea from yesterday, which was the selling. I mean, we still could. Like, there's a piece of me that still sees this potentially coming down bearish. But the trend is our friend until it ends. And as of right now, we're still creating higher floors and we're still creating higher ceilings. And so I'm going to be trading with the trend until the market gives me a reason not to. So this is the trade idea. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. Go and rest up. I got so much shit to do. I cannot be using up my voice. After you complete the masterclass, do you get a copy of the session to rewatch later? 100%, TJ. It's a great question. But as soon as you finish, you get access to the recordings, and then you have to pass the final exam in order to get your certificate. The final exam just basically puts it all together to make sure that you really understand the stuff. You didn't just kind of glide, through the classes and fly under the radar. You got to make sure you know all this stuff. Passing a class does not make you a profitable trader. Learning the correct information and applying it makes you the best trader. You can take 50 courses. If you're not actually learning what they're trying to put in the course, you'll never make money. People will go to a course and just expect, I don't even know. I guess you learn whatever your expectations are set to. Our program, you're just going to learn how to make money. You're going to learn how to trade. You're gonna learn a strategy that works. And you don't have to be tuned to anything. You just have to show up. But then at the end of the day, it is a very intensive 3 day class. Like no human can learn that much information in 3 days. So the review is crucial to lock in the information so you can apply it, so you can use it to make money. All right, let's talk about the GDP release. Do you guys want to do Forex outlook first? So I'll go through gold, US 30, and the rest first, or do you guys want to do GDP news first? You guys let me know. GDP news first or market outlook?
GDP news first.
Market outlook.
Wait. Who just said, who answered first? I thought that was Gabe that answered first.
No, that was me, David.
Oh, my boy, Big Ray in the house. All right. Well, now I'm split because I'll fuck with both of you guys. This is a tough choice.
Let's
Mike
do
and
the
Len.
Forex. It's all good.
Yeah, let's just do markets first in case things start moving, just so folks have an idea of what to expect. US 30 has just been reckless, bro. This is the second time. I'm not in this trade, just a heads up for everybody. I'm not even in this trade, but we're finally back above support. This thing is getting ready to push up here. Very straightforward. I'm bullish on this. If I wasn't already done, actually I might take this on the other account. Hold on. Yeah, I will take this. All right, I'm taking a buy position here on US 30. Damn. Could this be the end of the gold move? I don't know. It kind of looks like it. I want to see it push down to 1998, but this double bottom right here kind of makes it seem like the market wants to push all the way up. I just want you guys to remember, because I've been going through this for a few days. 1998 entry. Let me actually push this down. 1998 entries. 2066 target for gold. Now, I don't know which one's going to come first. It might just keep moving or whatever. This is what I know. What I know is 2066 target for gold, entry 1998. Dude, try calling me a dork in the descriptions. Bro, please, somebody from the Forex space, do me a favor and sign the contract. Somebody, please sign the contract for the kids, man, for charity. Okay. We did gold. Gold. I mean, let's look at the smaller time frame so I can at least give you guys a solid outlook here. Potential re-entry for shorts on gold would be 2029. So it would just be a pullback and shorts. You said US 30 entry? Bro, we just covered this. No, I'm not going to do that again. The yen is in a bit of a retracement right now. But obviously, markets can't move in a straight line. Healthy retracements are to be expected. Euro USD retested the 61. At this point, this trade's gone. I have no interest in trading this thing in the range as it's forming. So I'm going to let this one go until it resets. But this is the idea for Euro USD has not changed. 1.05 target. Damn, I was expecting a push back up on Bitcoin. It seems like Bitcoin is in the middle of this retracement right now. But also we have phase one, phase two, potential phase three. Okay. That's basically it. Very simple stuff. All right, let's go through GDP real quick. So in case you guys don't know, GDP is the gross domestic production, which is the basically a measure of the size of an economy. So whether the economy is growing or the economy is shrinking in terms of production, in terms of imports, exports, sales, in terms of transactions, in terms of lending, in terms of suppliers, consumers, most of the data that's in the microeconomy plays into the GDP. I mean, honestly, all macro factors play into GDP too, including employment, consumer spending, everything shows up in the gross domestic product. So I want to talk about something that might be a little bit complicated, which is why I was kind of considering not doing it today because I might not be in the best state of mind to be able to cover something this complicated. Not because I can't, go through it, because I might not be able to simplify it. But let me try my best. Okay. Markets are a little bit of like 3D chess. So as soon as you feel like you figured it out, there's a whole nother layer to it that you're like, come on, bro, I really got to keep track of this too. But I found a pretty easy way to understand these different events. So I'm just going to do it like this. So GDP. Okay. Let me see if we can get through this. So if GDP is positive, meaning the economy is expanding, it's growing. That's typically good for the economy because if the US economy is growing, it means that we can't really be in a recession, which is good, right? That means the economy is prosperous. So that should be good news, right? And good news should mean that stocks go up because if the economy is doing great, then why don't stocks go up? So this is where people get stuck when news trading because they expect the data and the market reaction to be the exact same, and that's not usually what happens, especially on the short term. Here's why. If GDP is higher than expected, means the economy is growing faster than the expectations. That's good for the economy, good stuff, but that's bad for inflation. If the economy is growing, it means more people have jobs, it means there's more activity, it means people are still spending. And if people are still spending, inflation can't come down. Prices can't come down if we keep paying the high prices. So positive GDP is bad for inflation. It's going to make inflation go up or stay high, which means the Fed has to be hawkish or aggressive. They have to tighten monetary policy. They have to be more aggressive with the economy, which is bearish for NAS. Okay? Bearish NASDAQ. Let me just actually finish off the statement here with which equals bearish NAS100. And over here, this equals bullish NAS100. Put a 1 in the chat if this is making sense. I want to make sure that, we're all on the same page here. Because I know that macroeconomics is a little bit of a complicated topic, but my job is to try to simplify it down to the point where it's easily understandable by everybody. Because nobody should have like an improper understanding of these concepts if you want to be an effective trader. You got to understand at least the game that you're involved in. Let me know in the chats if this is making sense. Does the same apply for US 30? Yes, but not to the same degree. Because NASDAQ is a little bit more reactive to these releases, because NASDAQ represents technology stocks where you're speculating for a long term. They're high risk, high return, meaning you only really pack money into NASDAQ when the economy is really good. I don't want to bet on what NVIDIA is going to do 7 years from now if I can't feed my family, right? I don't care about, tech stocks and speculating for long term. But when I feel rich, when I feel like, I have a lot of extra money, yeah, I'm willing to go out and speculate about what Apple's going to do in 3 years and Tesla taking over in 5 years. And so NASDAQ is a more longer term sort of play, and it's high risk. So when we see investments go there, it's typically because the market sentiment is willing to accept risk and really looking to go out there and do something a little bit more long term. So that's the difference between US 30, which is more cyclical stocks and more industrial stocks, and NASDAQ, which is really more of a speculative bet on the technology sector. So GDP comes out negative. That's bad for the economy, because if the economy is shrinking, that means that we're not going to be able to keep up with our debt service. We're not making enough money, and that's typically negative for the economy. But that's good for inflation, because if people start losing jobs or we stop spending, prices come down. And so if inflation is doing better, then the Fed doesn't have to be as aggressive. They can start to lower interest rates this year, rate cuts, which is bullish for NAS. So if we look at why NASDAQ has been bullish, the markets are actually betting on scenario 2. But every time we look at the data, the GDP numbers are coming out higher than expected, which is scenario 1. So who's lying? Because numbers don't lie. GDP is coming out positive, but the market is reacting as if this is the scenario. You guys understand the dilemma here? I talk to economists on a daily basis, and this is something everyone is struggling with, which is the economy lying or is the Fed? I'm willing to bet it's the Fed. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Going through this year, if GDP comes out, remains positive, remains strong, that's going to keep inflation elevated, which is going to reduce the number of rate cuts this year. So here's the two camps going into 2024. Camp 1 is expecting 5 or more cuts this year, rate cuts, which is a lot, by the way. That's what the markets have been pricing in. 5 or more rate cuts. Let's just get the show back on the road. What I believe is we're going to have about 3, maybe 4 rate cuts. And of course, Jerome Powell hits the stage in exactly a week to let us know which one of these options we can expect in the March Fed meeting. But the people who are expecting many rate cuts, I think they're the ones, these are the institutions buying it up quick. And the ones who are expecting 3 to 4 rate cuts, I think that we're getting ready to see a turnaround once the Fed announces that that's going to be the way that the economy goes. Okay? So now let's talk about one last thing, which is market reactions to this news. You'll see in the short term a random reaction, but in the long term and the higher time frame, you will see these releases start to add up. So don't look at one monthly release and just kind of put too much weight on it. Once you have 2 or 3 releases in a row, then you can form a data set. You can get a pretty accurate picture of what's happening with that trend. And then you're able to, then that's when you'll see the higher time frame trend reflect those numbers. So if you look at any central bank policy, you're not going to see the dollar move that second. But over the next month or 2 months, you will see whatever just happened with the Fed policy reflect into the price. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Quick little breakdown on GDP. Hope that wasn't too Hope that wasn't too complicated. GDP is a measure of economic health. No, it's more about the growth of the economy. I mean, it is a measure of economic health, but not, it's really more about production and growth versus shrinking. Like when you measure GDP, you're either looking at a GDP expansion or a GDP contraction. Expansion means the economy is getting bigger, contraction means the economy is getting smaller, and so it's really just a measure of are we growing or are we shrinking? Because if you're not growing, you're not going to be able to keep up with your expenses or debt service. If you're shrinking, or sorry, if you're growing, you'll be able to keep up with your debt service, you'll be able to keep up with your expenditures, and vice versa. I could see this thing break the lows. I am not trading today. Let me just preface this by saying today, I am not trading. I've absolutely been, I've been crushing it. If I'll just be completely honest with you guys, I've literally been crushing it. I've been impressing myself. I've been unbelievably accurate. I've been unbelievably consistent this whole year. And I honestly, I'm pretty sure I gave the haters a show because we had more eyes on us than ever before. And I want to remind you guys, nobody gets. Like we do not get recognition, DMs, attention. Nobody texts me and be like, "Yo, I saw you guys took a trade on the stream this morning, bro. Good shit." It's only ever, "Yo, bro, so and so said this about you." Right? I'm like, "Dude, I haven't talked to you in 2 months. This is the first thing you text me?" So I'm gonna be real, I think we gave him a fucking show. And I'm pretty sure the haters started getting on here and just making money with us. Because imagine if you were a hater. Just put yourself in those shoes. I know it's tough, right? You really got to be miserable for that, right? You got to really hate yourself to be a hater. But put yourself in their shoes. They get on here and they're waiting for me to slip. They're waiting for me to call out somebody so they can text them and be like, "Yo, Roy's talking shit about your broker on the stream." Da, da, da. And they get on here and they keep seeing the wicks. How many days do you guys think it would take for them to just start taking these trades instead of being a hater? Because if I was a hater, and I would never do that because I'm not a miserable cunt, but if I was a hater and I showed up to someone's stream and day after day they are so consistent, it would make me sick to my stomach, bro. I would just start taking the trades, right? I still pretend to be a hater. Like these guys are probably still gonna pretend to be a hater, but like on the low, 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 they take in the trades. So we're unbelievably consistent. A big piece of advice I want to give to everybody is late trend cycles. When we've just been winning for week after week after week after week, do not overstay your welcome. I've been in situations in 2021, 22, and 23 where I've given back profits that I've made during a bull run because I kept trying to keep the party going. The party doesn't keep going, right? I mean, sometimes it does. But the longer that a trend continues, the closer you're getting to a big pullback. And if you keep trading the same way late into a trend, you're going to pay the price. So there's two kinds of traders. I put this up on Twitter yesterday. The trader number one is going to give back all the profits that they made during the bull run, trying to keep catching the next low. Like, oh my God, trading NAS is so easy, right? Roy's not even doing anything special. He just wakes up and buys it. So then you're like, I'm just going to do that myself. And then you keep doing that yourself. And then the market starts to retrace and you're buying into a pullback. And all of a sudden, you learn why experience beats skill. Ladies and gentlemen, there's two kinds of traders late in a trend cycle. Those that give back all the profits that they made during the trend, during this trend cycle. And then those that walk away, become more selective, become I want to say more conservative, yeah, but more conservative with their risk late in the trend and are able to adapt to a shift in market direction by being patient and by looking at shifts in market direction. Which trader will you guys be? I have been the trader that's given back all my money plus more. Because you could just wake up and hit buy. Like I'm seeing the tweets start to come in. This is how I know we're late in the cycle. Everybody thinks they're a genius with NASDAQ now. I go on Twitter, they're like, bro, trading NAS is so easy. You just wake up and buy. And I'm like, ah, poor kid. Like, fuck. I remember being there. I remember being like, dude, it can't be this easy. And then that week, the market shifts or the market behavior changes just slightly to the point where you keep trying to force the 886 strategy or a break and retest strategy. and it's not giving you the same results. Be adaptable in markets if you want long-term success. Be selective. And then last but not least, have context about where you are in the market cycle. If we're at all-time highs, late trend cycle stuff, late trend. Okay, do I want to keep forcing buys all the way up here? Like, bro, we're holding entries from here, here, and here. Look at where we are. Like, this is take profit territory. This is not keep forcing trades territory. The reason that I liked these entries a lot, like here and here, is because after this really aggressive bull run, then we had a much needed pullback. After this pullback, it's like, all right, we've already released a lot of the pressure that was being built up. Now we're ready to continue. I would like to see another one of these pullbacks, at some point to release a lot of that pressure so that we can continue in a healthy way. Make sense? All right, put a 1 in the chat if you guys learned something today, whether it's about GDP, macroeconomics, whether it's about trading, whether it's about late trend cycles, or if you just learned something about not giving back your profits, which is where most traders lose money. Shan said it was clear. I just need to get more repetition on the subject to make it sink mentally. Shan, 100%. God, none of this shit clicked for me right away. I'll be honest, I had to study so much more than anybody else at Merrill. Just to be able to pass these series exams, like to get my broker dealer's license, it was tough for me. Like a lot of these concepts get very complicated. The Series 7 was, I think, the most let me see. Now, the Series 7 was more complicated for me, but everybody else I talked to found the broker-dealer license way harder. Now, I think that my brain works a little bit more for law than it does for like complicated, I say complicated hedge strategies and like nuanced financial product sales, because that's what the Series 7 was. An investment advisor, you're really looking at financial products, you're looking at implications, you're looking at taxes, you're looking at market environments, regulation, everything in between. And there's so many like nuances to that. Long story short, it takes all of us time to learn stuff, especially the complicated stuff. So that's what it takes. US 30 trade fire entry. Oh, let's go. It's pretty ugly. 2.3 to 1. Target, entry, and SL are all marked off. By the way, 37,650, there's still a shot that we come down here. Keep in mind, there's still a shot we come down here, but oh, we just engulfed heavy. Yeah, we did. US 30 and NASDAQ. I said Nassau. My boys already think about the Caribbean or about the Bahamas, man. US 30 and Nassau are going opposite way. US 30 and NAS are going opposite way. For now, give it a sec, brother. Give it a second. Retracements and reversals are not the same thing. Read set up over 1%, profit floating. Take partial profits. If this thing reverses and shoots all the way down, ask yourself a question. Which decision will you be more happy with? And whoever's mic is unmuted, get me up.
Gelo, cara.
Yo, moderators, help me out here, please. If the market reverses, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, because I'm getting ready to hop off here. Whenever you're in profits, ask yourself an important question. Most traders, and I'm gonna call them stupid, most stupid traders will ask themselves, where do I think the market is going? Or do I think the market is going to continue or reverse? The reason they're stupid is because you don't fucking know. You will never know what happens next, ever, in markets. So instead of asking yourself what you think or what you feel like is going to happen next, ask yourself a scenario-based question, which is if the market was to reverse on me and I allow my 1% winner to turn into a loss or to turn into a break even, How would that make me feel? For me, letting a winner turn to a loser is one of the shittiest feelings. I hate that feeling. Okay, I'd rather miss a trade or I'd rather close it and watch it run than, let a winner turn to a loser. So ask yourself, if the market was to reverse, or if you were to close and it was to continue all the way, which one of these scenarios would you prefer? Okay, most people are like, oh, well, I don't want to close it and it keeps running without me. That one would hurt more. All right, you got to reassess your priorities. So that is a realistic way to evaluate your trading decisions, which is, what are the worst case scenarios? Worst case is the money that's floating on my screen goes straight to zero. Okay. Or if it continues to the upside and you're not in it, you're going to be missing out on money. That's the way it goes. How do you catch shorts like that one? Brother, what shorts are you talking about? I don't see shorts anywhere on my screen. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you're talking about a different pair. Maybe you're talking about NASDAQ. Mike said account preservation should be the #1 priority. And I 100% agree with that. Mike, you're just prepping for our interview, ain't you? You're just prepping right now. My boy's got the phrases ready to go. All right, if you took US 30, congratulations. Another day. Another wick. Okay? Make sure you guys secure partial profits, move your stops to break even. I'm going to call it a day here and go about my life. Good morning. How are you? Hope you are having a good day. Right back at you, Will. Shit, I appreciate you, man. Ken said I had a lovely US 30 trade. Love to see it, man. Who made money today? Put something in the chat up if you guys made money. Drop a like if you guys learned something. And if you're just watching this, mouth breathing, taking up oxygen for no reason, you're not hitting the like button. You're just here just for the sake of being here. Then I don't fucking know what you're doing. Right? Wake up. You're asleep at the wheel. Drop a like on the stream. It takes 2 seconds. And there's no way you ain't learned something today. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna give that option. They're like, oh, if you learned something, drop a like. If you didn't learn something, you're probably, fuck, how do I say this without being OD disrespectful? You're probably a smooth brain. If you did not learn something today, you're either an absolute genius or you're this dude. Pinhead. Oh, let's go. Yeah. These are the people that don't like the stream, bro. This is the people that don't like the stream. Be like, oh, I didn't learn anything today. How? How? Not even possible. NAS100 targets, Roy. C4, you've been here way too long to be asking me a question like that, brother. With a long and short position tool. Like whenever you guys see me put up the chart, the first thing, before you listen to anything I say, before you do anything, just look at these freaking numbers, guys. Look at this. This is way too late in the game to be asking these kinds of questions. Not for everybody, just specifically for the folks that are here every fucking day. This is the first thing you should write down. Take out a piece of paper and just write these down, and then everything else comes second. Everything else comes second. If we're still not doing that, and we're just kind of just hanging out, seeing what happens next, you're not learning anything. Mark this off on the charts. Remember, guys, small wins, small win, small losses, big wins, never a big loss. All right, brother, we're gonna have to teach you punctuations, French. That one gave me dyslexia. I've been buying instead of shorting. Okay. I'm more confused about your follow-up. I've been noticing we've been buying instead of shorting. Yeah, come on. Why the fuck would we sell in a bullish market? Yeah, fam, it was just cut out. I needed you to scroll up. That's why you gotta learn the strategy, bro. How are you gonna rely on somebody as goofy as me to feed your family? Isn't that crazy? What if I just cut off the TP just like this on because I'm low-key kind of slow some days. What if I just did that, bro? You're gonna expect me to feed your children? Right? You guys are putting your family's future in the hands of these live streams. That's why I encourage everyone to learn this strategy for themselves in the NAS100 master class, because as reliable as I am, and I show up here and I'm consistent, probably more consistent than anybody will ever be, I do not want you guys to not have the full control over your family's future. So if you love your family, make sure that you guys are learning this stuff so you can become self-sufficient. Then you end up like all these incredible people in the Chart Addicts group chat that are able to use the strategy to their best advantage without having to rely on me. Look, I woke up late today, right? I woke up late today. I woke up to all these messages. Look, 8:50, Mike is already in it. Janae's already planning her trades. Bianca already planning the trades. Okay? Learn this for yourself. Big trust. I held NAS overnight and I'm up almost $600, closed early this morning. Congratulations, Gage. The fibs are mad nice, 7,814 and 17,347. Yep. Kay said, I'm buying the masterclass for sure. I like how to use the fib for targets. That's why, like, guys, the strategy is so clear cut because I've looked at some other content recently, and they're not going to give you a strategy that you can use every single time. They'll be like, oh, you want to target 50% of a fair value gap and some shit. Bro, how the fuck do you expect me to find all this stuff every time? What if I'm tired, right? Like, what if he said Butterbrains, C4, I'm keeping that one. Butterbrain is fucking hilarious. But like, the strategies are too complicated. The strategy that we teach in the master class, when you look at the different markups in the group chat, you'll notice that people are looking at similar things. Now, I might have to beef with Gabe over how he drew these fibs, but that's a different question. But you guys will see that the markups and the strategies are very similar. The entries are very similar. The take profits are very similar because this is a recreatable strategy. I take profits at the same exact fib levels every single time because I don't want to have to leave it up for chance. I'm getting on here streaming in front of 1,000-something people. Like so many people are going to watch this. I can't leave it up to my discretion every time. I got to have a set system where I can draw the same Fibonacci's. I can have an expected entry at a specific retracement level every time. I can take partial profits at these fib levels that I've predetermined every single time. And I even have extension levels in case the market continues. And all of this is planned out so I never have to use my own discretion. It's strictly a mechanical based system. Discretion means you're going to leave it up to how you feel in that moment. Mechanical means that you're going to do a copy and paste based on the rules that you know works. You understand? He said, you so emotional? Buddy. Buddy. I don't know who you are or what you look like, but if you were born in 1982 and you're acting like this, I feel sorry for you, brother. Grow up, be a man, raise a family, and get the fuck off my nutsack. Just joined. We're in the same trade, my G. Well, Rockstar Tony seems like you have a great perspective on life. Good eye. Learn how to fish from real fishermen, not follow fishermen all your life. You can't feed your family by following a fisherman. Ken, great point. I want to teach people how to fish instead of giving him a fish. He said, Roy, flame him. Bro, I'm trying to be professional. Like, we really have, like, I don't know who's watching this stream, but I can guarantee a lot of people that, I respect and that respect me back watch these streams. But at the same time, I'm not going to change my personality for anyone, but I'm also not going to tune it up. Please do not encourage my behaviors, because if I really want to start lighting people up, it's going to be an ugly day for a lot of people. And I'm just trying to stick to being productive and making people money. Because if I start roasting, what kind of crowd are we going to attract? Come on. We're going to attract a bunch of like these bums that follow these like losers, right? They want more clout. They want TMZ shit. They want to follow like Daniel Savage and all this dumb shit. Nobody wants to fucking trade. So we don't roll in the mud with pigs. Roy, 2024. C4, I appreciate that. Right? Bro, David, I'm weak. He said, the picture? What are we talking about right now? My boy Roy, really from the DMV? No cap. Bruh, David, I'm weak. What are we talking about right now? Hold on. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. What the fuck is Financial Times doing, bruh? Yo, why y'all sending me this shit, bro? This is you right now, right? This is you for sending us this. Or, yeah, bro, that's crazy. What the fuck, dude? Jaleesa said, yeah, don't encourage him. Yeah. K said, I'm up 1K off the wick on NAS. I still think NAS can come down a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower. The exact entry price, I'd put it 17,508. He said defamation gang, bro, on everything, bro. Truly said, yeah. Yo, son, I'm telling you, bro, why would you do this to me? I'm tired. My stomach already hurting, bro. I got beat up in class yesterday at MMA. I'm just trying to get my laurels together. This man said, oh, I got something for you. He said, oh, you want to get your shit together, Roy? Yeah, get this together. Just fucking sends out the pic. Crazy. Bianca said pushing peace today. Yeah, we're pushing peace. We're pushing peace. Truce with everybody. I have a very special announcement. So I don't know how long you guys have been following us, but we've been doing these charity streams for years. Typically, this is basically how we do the charity streams. It's exactly like our lives, but there's an agenda to it. So the first few that we did were, we actually beat the world record for the longest trading stream on YouTube, which at the time I think was like 7 hours. Brother, I did 24 hours straight streaming. Okay, you might be able to still find this on YouTube. YouTube ended up taking it down because it was too long. Chart Addicts charity stream. This is the second one. We had to split this one up. This was one that we did very recently. I think that YouTube ended up taking it down. This is another one that we did. But let me just show you guys. So this was a chance for me to bring the whole industry together, to use my connections to bring everybody in the same place. And then also we just raised money for charity. We had some of the biggest names come in. Like you guys can see some of these names, like, Andy, Chris, James Storms, James, QB Stew. We had Daniel Savage. I mean, as much as I talk shit, this is a real ass move for the kids. Quillen Black, Big Q Banks showed up. Anonymous, not going to show you guys who this is. Alex G. We had Amon. We had a bunch of folks. The anonymous folks, I'm not going to let you guys know who they are. But tons of people from the industry stopped by. It was awesome. And we raised $15,000 in a night or in 24 hours for charity for St. Jude's. The money went directly to St. Jude's because people could donate directly on the site. Chart Addicts organized this to benefit St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Why did we choose St. Jude's versus a million other causes? Because people will always recommend me a cause to do for the charity stream. For me, it's like there's too much politics involved in a lot of these charity events. For me, the kids, there's no politics when it comes to kids. They were dealt a shitty ass hand. It's a complicated it's a complicated health situation that's very specific that nobody else can solve. And this is a research hospital, means they're trying to find solutions for this really fucked up disease this kid was born with. You got dealt a bad hand. I'm telling you. When you're an adult, you at least have had a whole lifetime to build connections and to have relationships that might be able to help. But with this specifically, like, yeah, this is just the most vulnerable group we'll be able to give directly back to. So all the profits made on the stream from trading get donated. All of the super chats and the stream money from YouTube gets donated. And then, of course, everybody can hop in here and do direct donations as well. This is going to be able to bring the industry together. King of L's says, clown. How does it feel knowing you're the FX community clown? Bro, you're in my DMs at 10 in the morning. dick riding, sending emojis like my ex, and I'm the clown? Bro, go look in the mirror real quick. No, guys, don't say nothing to him. Go look in the mirror real quick. Look yourself in the eyes. If you can look yourself in the eyes after 2 seconds, staring in the mirror, then I'll take whatever you say seriously. Nobody who's out here commenting can look at their reflection. They literally hate themselves. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to love yourself so you don't end up like these people. How miserable do you have to be to pull something like that off? Like, but even on my most miserable days, I would just put the phone down. Lessman said, I want to smack these shit talkers. Bro, just have pity for them. You can't be mad at a clown. Like, you have to just feel bad for them and be like, bro, like, because like, just imagine being that miserable in your life. That this is where which you have to resort to, right? Now, I'd prefer they go play in traffic, but if this is what they have to do to get it out of their system, perfectly fine. Melissa said he just wants attention. I don't think that's it. Like it's a very simplistic way to explain it away. Like, oh, they just want attention because they didn't get it when they were kids and their parents didn't love them enough, and so now they're here trying to get it from me because they think that I'm their daddy. I mean, I get it, right? I can see that a little bit. I can see that for sure. Husband, I already feel bad. Go play in traffic is crazy. Yeah, it is, but it's also fucking true. This is an opportunity to become a better person and to have cheddar in your pockets, but most importantly, to have freedom with your own family. Lessman, look, bro, imagine I sat here and tried to convince people to do something that's this easy for their life. Hey guys, I'm going to give you free fucking trade ideas to change your life, and all you have to do is show up. Imagine I'm going to sit here and try to convince people of that. If 5 of you listen to me, if 5 of you take this information and become super wealthy, then 5 people will be on my boat in the south of France having great conversations. And if 100 people want to fucking pay attention and make money and change their life circumstances, then 100 people will be on my boat in the south of France talking about how incredible life is and how good this olive-fed Wagyu is. Okay? Now, if people do not want to pay attention and want to squander that away, am I going to sit there on my boat in the south of France and be upset? It's like, damn, I really wish that one dude in the YouTube comments had paid attention, right? Because I wish that he had taken his life serious. Fuck that dude. You guys understand? So I'm not here to convince you to do something that's better for your life. If you don't wake up every morning wanting to improve your life circumstance and wanting to get better, there is nothing I can do for you. That needs to be intrinsic. Even the days where I made no progress in my life and everything was going wrong, I knew I wanted to be better. Right now, I didn't always have the tools. I didn't always have the strength to be better, but I wanted it at least. If you don't want to be better and you just don't want it, then I don't give a fuck what you do. Stay away from me. That's just contagious. Let's go. I want to be on that boat. Gabe, I already got a fucking seat for you, but you're going to have your boat coming. They're going to park it right next to mine. Just on some fucking, just a rider. Just, that's what we're going to do. Casablanca, Monaco in the boat. Exactly. We'll be in VAR. We'll be in Saint-Tropez. Right? We'll be in all the places we need to be. And these guys will still be in somebody else's YouTube comments, 45 years old. This dude said this and that. Dick eaters. All right, everybody, I'm sorry for the profanity this morning. However, I promised you that I'll always speak my mind, and that's my commitment. You can hate me, but you can't say that you're not learning something valuable here, which is my #1 priority. If you are interested in learning this strategy for yourself, head over to the link in the description, chartaddictsfx.com, the #1 master class in the world for learning NAS100. Straightforward, 3 days intensive. You'll learn everything you need to know from start to finish. There's no follow-up BS that you're going to get sold to learn more about this. No. It's 3 days. You learn everything. And then from that point, you get exactly what you are looking for. Ladies and gents, I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early for another New York Market Open stream. I promise I'll be on time tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Drop a like on the way out. Don't be Pinhead Patrick. Pinhead Larry. Drop a like on the way out. Support the stream, and I'll catch you guys on the next edition. Just to finish this off with the news about the charity stream, I will be hosting another charity stream on February 1st. This is like a quick little announcement because you guys are getting the first scoop. The level of speakers we're going to have on this stream is high level. I don't want to announce who it is, but please be on your best behavior. on this stream. We're going to have our moderators up and running. We're going to have great questions loaded up from Chart Addicts members, and we're going to pick probably the coaching students and maybe a few lifetime members to get on that Zoom, because it's a little bit risky to have folks on Zoom with some of the speakers we're going to have. But I trust my members. I trust the VIP folks to be on their best behavior. So this is going to be the most incredible experience since the FX Summit. All right. NAS and US 30, but no US clients anymore, unfortunately. Yep. Exactly. The reveal of the 88.6 collection on the charity stream? Oh, yeah. Okay, I might just release it right now. I might just leak the whole fucking collection right now, Max. All right. Dope. You said such a privilege, bro. That'd be dope. Of course, man. Because I can't trust the YouTube stream. I mean, I do, but too many goofies. The VIP chat, I trust all of you guys. These are my serious traders. If we would accept you in the VIP chat, we would definitely host you guys in the Zoom call with a lot of these special guests. And you guys will get to ask all of the questions that you've been wondering directly to Bob, directly to Pierce, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not gonna